I was on X the other day, formerly Twitter, and there was a particular post that really rung true to me. The post was from a Persian woman who had lived 12 years in the Middle East and was a devout Muslim, or at least she was schooled in the Muslim faith. Her opinion was that anybody that practiced Islam should be run out of the United States. And here's her philosophy, is that anybody, I mean anybody that practices Muslim faith or Islam are trying to destroy America or are supporting those who want to destroy America. Wow. How could that opinion come from? And that certainly seems to be a prejudice from a former Muslim who's converted to Christianity. So let's dissect that a little bit. I mentioned that the Quran is I might have mispronounced it there, but it is a book of peace and it does not preach war. And she quickly replied to me, apparently you don't know anything about the Quran because it is all a book of war, whereas the Bible is a book of peace. So let's look at what the facts are on this particular situation, because this prejudice is one that I don't think some people even realize it's a prejudice. They think, well, this is a fact. The Muslims should be run out of town. And with Mamdani being elected mayor of New York City, there's some concern and finger pointing just because he's Muslim. Here's a little stuff that I got a little help from my friend Chat to put together some of these facts and put it in a readable form. Both scriptures, the Bible and the Quran, emerged from times of war and struggle. Certainly, the Christians and the Muslims have been fighting each other. The Crusades was a horrible bloodbath of fighting over, guess what? Religion. Most believers, Christian or Muslim, do not live by isolated lines of text. And that's what I hear. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Muslims go right by the Quran, whereas Christians cherry pick those things that are important to live by and rejecting those that are warlock. They live by interpretation, conscience, and the moral voices of their communities. So the community has a lot to do with what's going on. And think of your childhood. When you grew up, and if your parents were church going, then you go to their church and you pretty much will maintain the social atmosphere that those people in the church provide. And now we're saying that the mosques are the mosques are teaching war. And certainly there are people in the mosques that do support Hamas. But does that mean all mosques support Hamas? I don't think so. I can't believe that that's true. So let's get down to some scriptures and see if this makes a little bit more sense. Let's see. Since everything is particularly by these holy books, let's look at what they say. Here's the Quran with peace and compassion. Let's be on the bright side. Let's look at the peace and compassion first. Here's a quoted chapter and verse. If anyone saves a life, it is as if they have saved all mankind. Now, does that sound like somebody that's going to go out and kill everybody? There is no compulsion in religion. That means that forced conversion is a no-no. And that should be true with Christians too, but some of them really push to convert people. The evangelicals want to convert everybody. They don't think that they are going to be okay unless they accept Jesus Christ in their lives. Here's another verse. And we have not sent you, O Muhammad, I'm having trouble pronouncing this, O Muhammad, except as a mercy to the worlds. Not as a war god, but as mercy to the worlds. How about this one from the Bible? Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. That sounds pretty good. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. And this is Jesus talking, just like Muhammad was talking in the Quran. Do to others as you would have them do to you. So they say, well, what did I tell you? The Bible's good and the Christians are good. Now, let's try to switch this around a little bit. These verses come from a time when there was a lot of war going on, which, let's face it, history is war. From the Quran, fight in the way of God those who fight you, but do not transgress. Indeed, God does not like transgressors. And when the sacred months have passed, then fight the polytheists wherever you find them. That certainly, if you want to take that literally, you do want to go out and fight. And you do say that the Quran is behind you, and if you die in battle, that is a glorious thing. Now let's get from the Bible. Now go and strike Amalek and devote to construction all that they have. Is that a peacemaker? Sure doesn't sound like it. Do not think that I came to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. So, is that all peaceful? I don't think so. I hope this changes your mind a little bit. Muslims are alien to most people. They don't know a Muslim, so it's easy to put them in a box. So you see the way they dress, and you think, uh-oh, there comes the invaders. They're getting ready to do another 9/11 attack. So don't think that way, please. I'm not saying everybody's peaceful on either side. Of course not. There are a lot of Christian-based groups, at least they say they're Christian-based, that lynch people, that hang people. Have you heard of the three initials KKK? That's a Christian-based system. And the Nazi regime is a Christian-based system. So quit trying to put them in a box.